Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and
Brad.
it is March 11th, 2019, Monday evening at 6:49 with Mr. Weirdo here.
I'm the normal.
And yes, I know you see the shyness underneath my nose. This is my sexiness going on. And I know you love it. And if you could get closer, you'd smell it right through here, too. It's the good old muscle rub, chest rub. Right, honey?
The generic version of Vicks.
Yes, because I be fighting a bit of a cold. What is the weather like, Mr. Heedy?
The weather
Heidi.
in Crawfordville, Florida is currently 75 degrees. Feels like 75. A high today of 79. A low tonight of 61. Humidity 74%. 30% chance of rain tonight. Sunrise was at 7:52, sunset at 7:43, and we've got 53 minutes of daylight left.
What about tomorrow, babe?
Tomorrow, a high of 78, a low of 57, and it looks like it is supposed to stay sunny until it gets dark.
Okay, wow. And please excuse all the sniffling and stuff, as I cry when he's home. No.
Wow.
No, you guys know I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but you haven't seen me on social media much. I've been fighting a couple infections and a cold and feeling a little bit ucky, and I cannot thank my husband enough without me even asking him to. Yesterday, he did. Well, Saturday night, you guys knew we went to Dollar Tree, and we didn't go out to dinner because I just wasn't feeling real good, and we needed the money to go other places. So, because we got in like 15-pound box of dog biscuits, you know. But then Sunday, he did laundry. He cooked up a storm. He made the most delicious caramel cinnamon rolls. They were to die for.
All from scratch.
All from scratch. The dough,
yes.
the whole everything. Very good. He also made something for dinner. Barbecue chicken. Man, barbecue chicken and mashed potatoes and corn. And he was just having me sleep. Well, I got up earlier than he did. And then once he got up and we ate some lunch, and I went and laid down and stuff. But he just basically took care of me, and he's done the same thing today. Oh, he did laundry too yesterday. While he's doing all this cooking, he did all the laundry and stuff. He did all the dishes. He took care of the dog. He took care of the cat. Took care of me. And then today, more of the same as far as just kind of letting me just be sick. You know, crawl back into bed because I didn't sleep hardly at all last night. I was so congested and stuff. Excuse me. Oh, so sorry. Cause you know I'm not gonna get to sleep alone ever, cause Charlie's not gonna have it. You know, he gotta be wherever his mom is. Not complaining about that. But yeah, so feeling better than I did this morning. I'm still not feeling real perky, but I just feel too so darn tired. I mean, it's like a fatigue I haven't felt in quite a while. You know, and I know that I go and go and go, kind of, you talked about, I have bipolar too, like so many other people, and that I will go and go and go on, the mania part, and then I'll do my crash and burn, and then with an infection stuff will bring that down even faster. So, just been extremely tired. So I was in bed before Mr. Heidi last night. And I think Saturday night.
A little bit.
A little bit. No, well, I was getting ready to head to bed when you got up Saturday night. because you couldn't sleep. You want me to
Oh,
rub,
yeah.
put some muscle rub on your legs, and then we watched an episode of
Was it?
Game of Thrones, because we're in season 7 right now.
We want to get all those in
Yeah.
before the final season starts.
So, that's what I've been doing. I did finish a couple hats. I did finish a painting. I'll show those to you. And then I'm going to do comments reading. So, get yourself ready. Get yourself buckled in. Get yourself something to drink. Go ahead and go to the restroom. You know, I know some of you like to be crocheting or whatever while I'm doing this. And so pick up your stuff. I'll show you the couple hats I finished. I finished this one last night. I call it my rainbow hat. That ribbon I wove in with the white brim. And then I made that flower. And I put a button. And then, yeah, a nice rainbow hat. That's another one. It'll be going to New Hampshire. I just finished this one just a minute ago, actually. It's a little newborn hat out of scrap yarn. Got a butterfly on it. So, yep. Oh, see, I got a little straggly here I'll have to take care of. So, I got those two done. Let me show you the painting I finished. It's the first one of my equality paintings. I'm doing some what I call statement paintings, some stuff that's near and dear to my heart, completely off the cuff, out of my brain, not even referencing a photograph or anything. They're a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun to do something that is near and dear to your heart. And this one I titled Equality, Same Heart. You know, because we're all the same inside. And so this is it. Here, let me see if I can get it to turn. Come on, turn. Oh, I must have my turner thing off. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. So, here it is. So you can, there, now you can see it a little bit better. It's a very large piece. It is a 12 by 24. It's acrylic. I have all the different skin tones there, as you can see, and some different hairstyles. You know, that we're all different, but then we are all one. You know, we're all the same inside. So why, you know, don't be, just because somebody's skin tone is different, we're all the same. So, you know, we need to quit with all the hatred and stuff. So that's a very near and dear to my heart. It is for sale. If you're interested, you're probably on one of my Facebook things. You can PM me there, or you can throw me an email. All the information down below. So I'm going to start reading comments now.
Good idea.
Okay, this is starting with 2 weeks ago. It is a video titled New Essential Oils. And Carol Cap says, love that cap. Thank you. Once in a while, I'll throw a hat on. I don't wear as many hats as I used to. And Deb USA on the same one said, Teresa, most of the time I wear very baggy and comfortable clothes around the house when I know no one will be stopping by, which is most of the time, and if I'm not planning to go beyond our driveway. When I'm out and about doing stuff like shopping or having an appointment, etc., I wear more appropriate outfits. I can honestly say I hardly ever pay attention to what you wear in your videos, but now that you mentioned it, might look closer, laughing her butt off. Like you and Brad, I often ask Bob's opinion on some things I plan to buy or things I want to do, but I don't have to do it. Sometimes it's good to get a different perspective. Yes, or if they know that you're feeling very emotional, you know, or if they, I mean, because, you know, our husbands know us best, you know, most of the time, and, yeah, I mean, sometimes he's like, well, honey, do we really need that? Or, you know, he'll say, I really don't think we need that, or it would say, you know, or if it's necessary, or else he'll say, unless you really, really want it. You know, sometimes it's just something you really, really want. It's just like with Brad, sometimes he'll say, well, what do you think about this? And it's like, well, I don't think we need to, but if you really, really want it, and then he'll say, well, I want it because, and it's like, well, then it makes perfect sense. Well, yeah, then, you know. Like, he's hoping to get some new underwear someday.
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 I'm almost to the point where my ass is falling out.
I know.
Well, and then this morning, speaking of underwear, you know, we hardly have anybody driving by.
I know, I hear.
So, the dogs needed out. I didn't bother putting on my shorts because they were really, really wanting out. And so I had a shirt on. I stepped out on the front porch. And then, of course, while I'm standing out there in my underwear, the landlord and the lot manager, they're both out there.
Oh,
they're
no.
both driving by. And then somebody from this other trailer, they go driving by. And then somebody else comes looping around. And, yep, while Brad's standing out there in his tidy whities.
I always have a saying that if I look my worst or my house looks its worst, I will get unexpected company. Well, thank you for that, Deb. Crochet Comfort said, tell Brad to try Salon Pass pads. They help. We tried those before. For some reason, they don't like to stick on his skin.
I think my skin's oily enough.
You know, I always had trouble with, remember, back when I used to smoke, I used to try those nicotine patches.
Yep.
And they always really irritated me. But we tried some other ones that you get at Dollar Tree. I can't remember what they're called, but there's the real large pads and there's two a thing, and those were good. So this is 4 weeks of comments. Rebecca Miller said she's walking. She's been walking for a month now and has 5 teeth. Poor baby's having recurring double ear infection, so the ear tube talk is currently on the table. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Not about the walking, but about the ear tubes. And Marnie Casey said, you look too cute and so glad to see you. Glad to hear from you, too. Homestead Tessie said, wow, Tracy, you look amazing. It's been a while since I was here, and wow, you look years younger. Holy cow, you also look like you lost weight, and the hair, wow, I love it. Oh, thank you, Tessie. That's so sweet of you. I don't know. I'm holding my own on my weight. That's kind of up and down, you know, the whole emotional thing. So, yeah. Let's see. Flurry of activities. Linda Crazy said, oh, I bet those new pads will be like sleeping on a cloud. I call them my marshmallows. You know. And then you get real warm in there, your toasted marshmallows. And as Aspenbergen Nagel said, those toppers sound like a great idea. That blue top is a great color for you. Thanks for sharing your life with us. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Let's see. And she also said, oh, no. Rebecca Miller said, got the hats in the mail today. You always paint such pretty things. Happy birthday, Carol. Yeah, I hope Carol had a happy birthday. I finally got her gift out to her. Took me forever. I had given her that birdhouse that was the rustic looking one, antique one that said home sweet home. And then I also had made her one of those paintings that was kind of the ponytail one. I had made for her. So I kept telling you guys that they were sold because I wanted to, you know, get her one. Cherry Cola said, I know you have trouble sleeping. I'm curious to know if the caffeine you drink has coffee you drink has caffeine in it. I'm very caffeine sensitive. Even a small cup of coffee in the early morning will keep me awake all night. Thank you for your comment, but no, I have the opposite effect of caffeine. Brad can tell you, he has seen me drink an energy drink and go right to sleep. Because it has, since with many people and children and stuff with ADHD, caffeine has an opposite effect. Actually, calms us down and puts us to sleep. So yeah, it doesn't. Now my husband, it will, but not me. So and Dave Nicholson replied to that. Some people like myself have very, very little effect out of caffeine. In fact, it relaxes me instead. Several of my friends are the same. And I'm the same way, too. I'm exactly the same way as Dave. It relaxes me and stuff. Yeah.
Sorry, trying to be quiet.
That's okay, hon. We know you're getting ready to cook dinner. He's going to make he's doing hamburgers and tater tots, I think. Dave Nixon said, "You've been very busy. Must be very nice to have the dog." I have been really busy. I love the dogs. They probably will be the last of the ones we have because, you know, as we're getting older and stuff. And it would definitely would be the last of the real large ones because of the physical, to being able to restrain them and stuff. So, you know, but yeah, couldn't have them for a long time because we live in apartments. And knowing as we get older and stuff, we probably will just get maybe a cat or something because, you know, yeah. But I love my cats too. Love my kitty, right, Angel? Are you a kitty? Anyway, Dave Nicholson said, "Happy birthday to your friend." Yeah, Carol, she's a real nice gal. Real nice gal. Love her to death. Let's see. Sometimes you just need to talk. Dave Nicholson said, "Go to Amazon and order monitor cleaner. That stuff is great for TVs, monitors, and glasses. I get the kit that comes with it. Little bottle last month." I'm going to have to write that down. Looking for the piece of paper. You know how that is. You know, looking for the piece of paper. All right. Monitor cleaner. Okay. Thank you. I will look into that. I will definitely look into that. I cannot get my flat screen TV cleaned for anything. I mean, I'm not a great window cleaner anyway, but this TV, I swear it's more streaky and stuff when I get done. Brad's laughing. And
no, I was telling myself a joke.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't laughing at you.
Okay.
Good.
And then Dave Nicholson said, "The other Dave has familiar tremors. I've got something I can't remember that affects my hands primarily when I'm holding things, but it does not always do it. But I've got coffee on me many times. Using a pen can be an issue as well. But it's not familiar tremors. Mine anxiety makes it worse somehow." Yeah, I can't remember what they were. There was another kind that they thought Brad had. I can't remember what they were called. But yeah, not fun. Any kind of tremor. Oh, come in, Miss Kitty. Come in, baby. Come in. Oh my goodness. Oh. That's just how it's gonna be now. How you doing, little girl? And Andrew's life said, "Sounds like you are worrying about a lot. Something that may happen in the future. It's best to try not to worry about those. I know, better said than done. I try to take things one day at a time. Hope you get some peace. Take care." Thank you for your comment. It was very nice. And yeah, sometimes then I gotta back way off too. Not good. Not good at all. You see that little baby here? Oh, where's the baby? It's a little kitty cat. Yes, it's a baby. I know. Well, I'm gonna pet you in just a minute. Linda, crazy for yarn, gave me a heart, a coffin, heart. See the thumbs up or a middle finger. I'm not sure which. Then she said on the video Friday doings, she said, "Mom always kept her buttons in a big canning jar. Hope Brad get relief." Yeah, he's doing better. You can tell he's been up running around like crazy. And Rebecca Miller gave me a double heart 2 times in a row. Thank you so much. And Linda Crazion said, "Glad you are feeling," this is on the artist tag, "glad you're feeling a tiny bit better. Keep drinking lots of fluids." Thank you, I am. And Dave Nixon on the artist tag said, "I almost never do commission work. I just do my thing as dead great answers." I don't really like doing commission work. I used to do a lot of it. Yeah. And then he said, "If you look up Dave Nicholson artist, you will find an amazing painter." I googled myself when I found him. Yeah. You're like, wait, there's another one of me. And this is on making the best out of whatever ails you. Carol Cap says, for a second I thought you had a bouquet. Yeah, it was big. And Dave Nixon said he picked the perfect time to go wild on you guys. Lol, someone I watch, my dog hates her camera. She turns it on, the dog will leave the room. Sorry, Brad's hurting. Yay. Yeah, I hid the pain unless it's up to a 7, then I complain. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then he also said, I love my 10s, by the way. Prayers for his mom. I'm glad we have options up here come the end. I think that those options should be available to everyone everywhere. But, yeah. And he also said, wonderful pictures. Thank you, Dave. Andrew's Life said, hello. Hope Brad feels better. Thank you. He is. Rebecca said, praying that Brad's mom, or that Brad finds some relief. Thank you. Let's see. And this is this is an old video, and it was somebody saying they couldn't deal with the pain, went to the doctor with a 190 over 130, blood pressure, depression, anxiety, too much for me, you know. It's like, okay, I'm glad you're feeling better. This is Where Have I Been? Andrew's Life said, I hope you feel better. Peace to your mother-in-law and peace to both of you in this difficult time. Thank you. She's still hanging in there. Rebecca gave hugs and a double heart. And she also, and this is why I will never have a relationship with my brother again. And Rebecca said, get double heart, and we are always here to listen. Thank you so much. Lynn Ann said, I wish I could sit and have tea with you and talk. I wish you could too. And Lynn said, I remember TV dinners were a big treat in our house. We only got them when our parents would go out for the night. I don't have a lot of appliances, just a microwave, toaster, kettle, and a wee crock pot. You know, I used to laugh at people that had a lot of different appliances, but now, yeah. And then Lynn Ann said, I hate to hear about siblings not getting along. I'm so in love with my sisters. That's wonderful. And Marcy's Life said she was too. And I told you guys you're both very lucky. And then Deb USA said, simply Tweed Beings. I did not grow up in an Ozzie and Harriet home. My sister and brother stay friendly with each other, but for some reason I'm the oddball. They do know me when I can do things for them, but I'm not so quick to help out anymore. And I understand, Deb. Yeah. I understand, you know. I just kind of need to take a stand because knowing that that person is subscribed and watches, I needed to make that point very clear and stuff. Because I'm like, why am I protecting them, not saying anything? So Carol Cap said, oh my, I didn't realize I had so many small appliances. Coffee maker, single serve coffee maker, blender, microwave, food processor, Instant Pot, toaster, hand mixer, toaster oven, bread machine, juicer, stick blender, small crock pot, electric knife, electric skillet, rice cooker, vacuum sealer, electric can opener. Do these things count? Oh yes, you got me beat.
Can I comment on that?
Yes.
You know, over the years, and I know you're going to agree with me right away, there's 2 electric appliances that we have always had issues with.
Mm-hmm.
Can opener and a toaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. God, I know when I was a kid, excuse me, we had this toaster that, I mean, this thing was a monster, man. I mean, it toasted and toasted and toasted and toasted year after year after year. Nowadays, no. And Moal Witch said, you don't have a panini press, you don't need one. I speak from experience. It sits in my pantry. Totally forgot I have it. And Carol Caps answers, "Oh dear, my mother had one. I hated that thing. That was never anything good that came from it. She never liked it either. What a waste of money and space." How funny. Okay, I had to excuse myself to go to the restroom. I don't know if you guys did. You guys didn't even notice, did you? Go ahead, Charlie. Go ahead, lubba dubba dubba. Go, lubba dubba. Go. Go, lubba dubba. Okay, back to our thingy. Okay, and this is still on that one video. Where I said, should we wave to you know who? I love all your emojis. That's pretty cool. Hope he's enjoying your video. Yeah, whatever, right? I don't play games. Not gonna play them. And Marcy's Life said, so very sorry. It's their doing. Marcy's Life said, I'm so blessed to have the family that I grew up in. We did lose my mom and dad way too early, over 40 years ago. But it made us closer. I have 7 siblings still living. I cannot imagine not being close to each and every one of them. My mom had a way after she died that all of us thought we were her favorite. So I am sorry that you did not grow up with that kind of a mom I had. You were very blessed, and I'm glad that you did grow up with such an amazing mom. You know, I learn and appreciate and love watching the beauty of such relationships from other people. And WSA said, I watched all 47 minutes and 2 seconds of this video, but took a couple breaks along the way. I'm glad you figured out what was wrong with your washer. I noticed I've been doing some weird stuff as my age creeps up. The other day I was napping with one of our cats. My husband called from the library to ask me a question. Well, when I tried to answer the phone, I was still half asleep. I held the cordless receiver to my mouth and said hello into the spot of hearing. I held it like it was a walkie-talkie. Never did that before. That's good. And and Andrew's Life said, I'm sorry you had to deal with all that. I do understand having to exclude people from one's life in order to have a health and peace. You have to do what is right for you and your husband. You don't need to be a map for people to walk over. Exactly. Exactly. You know. And, you know, when it's over with, I'm going to have to, I don't know if you're a content creator or not, Andrea's Life, but I'm going to have to go and check out and see if you are and subscribe to you if you are. Linda Crazy for Yarn said, great hats, and that's showing hats from Missouri. And Andrew's Life said, I agree with you. I tell my kids to work out their problems among themselves also. Exactly. And then did Mosa said, watching tornado outbreaks all afternoon. Heard weathermen say debris signature Crawfordville. Wish you were on live now so we could keep an eye on y'all. Prayers. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Yeah, we were okay. You know, not like at poor Alabama, man. Margaret Garner said, I just found your channel and I enjoy it very much. I love that knitting. Thank you so much and welcome. And she also said, I love you too. I crochet, but I have never done knitting like you do. You know, I started doing the loom knitting because I have a lot of arthritis in my hands. And to hold the smaller hook, it really hurts. And I'm just not used to it. And I wanted my stitches to be pretty uniform. So with the looms, this one's got a little bit of yarn on it. But with the looms, the stitches are always uniform. But I love the crochet look. Sometimes if I get extra time, I'm going to learn to do more crochet stitches. I can do a little bit, like crochet flowers and stuff. And I always have to use one of these hooks, you know, one of these bases, and then you put the hook in it. Because I don't know if you've seen these or not, probably have. They just come undone. and stuff, and you put different size hooks and stuff. So this is a lifesaver. But anyway, thank you so much, and welcome to the channel. I'll have to check out, see if you have anything. And this is saved $158 at Hobby Lobby. And Linda Crazy for Yarn, my best friend, said, yeah, new supplies, how wonderful. And McBev 330 said, Dollar Tree is crazy. I guess they don't want us to fill the shopping cart with goodies. Good way to lose sales. I never carry coin or cash, and here in Canada, they don't charge for a shopping cart, but they do for bags. Good score, Teresa. Paint a storm. You know what's funny is like our Dollar Tree here in Crawfordville. No, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for a shopping cart. You know, put a deposit down or have one of those stupid long poles attached to it or anything. You know, so we'll just keep our business here. You know. Margaret Witt said, Aldi's close to me charge 25 cents, but refunded when you return the cart. Food City grocery store has things on cart wheels that lock up wheels if you try to push them out without going through checkout. Oh, that's kind of a good idea. I guess that so people can't get out the door without paying for Food City's products. Did you hear that?
I heard part of it, not the whole thing.
Food City Grocery has things on the cart wheels that lock up wheels if you try to push them out without going through the checkout.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Yeah, it's kind of neat. And Susan Moorfield said, it's cold here and we have a freeze warning going on for today and tomorrow. So for 3 days, I probably will stay home. Yesterday it was windy and cold, and now freeze warning. Man, I am ready for something different. My kitty is inside tonight. It's too cold for him to be out. I wish I could go shopping. I have been at home. Bye, Brad and Shady Kitty. You hear that, Angel? Shady Kitty. What are you doing, Miss Shady Kitty?
Can I say something real quick?
You can.
Thank you. You know, you were talking about families and how lucky some of these people are that they get along well with their families. And, you know, TV makes it look like that everybody is Leave It to Beaver or the Waltons, and that, you know, they have all these big family reunions and everything.
Why is the freezer open?
Because I didn't close it. And one of the first things I noticed when I got into liquor sales is I always thought when all these people were having family coming in that they were buying all this alcohol so they could celebrate with their families.
Mm-hmm.
And most of these people are buying all this alcohol so they can tolerate their families.
That's what they tell you, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
You can close the freezer door now.
But it's happy.
No, it's standing wide open.
Yeah, it's happy. See, it's smiling.
Okay.
You just don't want me to be out in the living room? You want me to stay in the servants' quarters?
Okay, this is on artist tag. Margaret Gardner said, I love to crochet and watch your videos. Well, thank you. I have a number of people I like to do the same thing to, just, you know. And this is on the search for cheap candles continues. Susan Marshall said, bye, Brad. Nice hats. Thank you. Let's see. Rebecca Miller says, yes, I struggle finding big candles that are cheap. I just can't justify spending the money because of how quickly I use up a candle. Yeah, I know. I know. It's hard. You know. And Linda Crazion said, candles aren't cheap. I guess that's why I don't have many. Lol, great hats. I love the curlies on the top. Thank you. WSA said, this must have been one of the nights that you come out when I was doing a late night video. She said, I'm doing a video because I told you that. In other words, don't fart. You got his number.
Yeah, fine.
And then Sharon Ludlow said, this is on Candle Dilemma Solved. Don't you live in an RV anymore? No, not for over a year. No. And we never will again.
Ever again.
Ever again. Woodwife Green said, as a fellow candle lover, I'm glad your dilemma is over. I get a lot of candles at the thrift store. And I'm going to start looking there when I go there too. Like Rebecca said, I start feeling guilty because if I light multiple candles, I can blow through the candles real quickly. So now I'm kind of tapering myself. I showed you guys the other night that I bought the Dollar Tree, the smaller, the 3 ounce, and then the votive fit right in there. So I'll do that, and I'll just light like 2 candles now. You know, and if I really wanted some more, I would go get some of my really inexpensive tea lights and light them, because yeah, you know, unless I come up with a lot of really cheap ones. This is on Candle Dilemma Solved. Carol Cap said, "Oh yes, I'm watching and thank you, and I totally understand. I never heard of the Fifth Estate, but now I'm subbed. I think you'll like it too. I like the true crime channels, you know, on YouTube. I like the Fifth Estate. I like there's different people that put out stuff like that. Those are the things I like to listen to when I'm going through the house cleaning, or if I'm playing, like I play a few bingo games and a few slot games on Facebook, and so, but I'll be listening with my headphones on through my phone, like Fifth Estate or something like that. So, you know, stuff that you don't need to really watch. Like if people were listening to me right now read the comments, they don't need to really watch, so, you know. But yeah, I enjoy that kind of stuff, you know. And my two Budgie, Rocky, and Tico. And this is on the video a long time ago, but what we don't miss about Wyoming and what we do miss. And he said, Wyoming is a state of boom and bust. Been that way since I moved here in 1979. Not a lot of good jobs in Wyoming. So true about growing season. Everything you guys said is true. There's more antelopes than people in Wyoming. I spend my time in the Bighorn Mountain. Great video. Thank you. Yeah, I was born and raised there since 1964, and Brad basically has been there since 1964. So yeah, you know, there's some things we miss, but a lot of things we don't, especially the winter and the wind and stuff. So you know, Dave Nixon said candles can be hard to get big ones for a reasonable price. They can. I'd love to be able to get one of them big ones, you know. But they're way too expensive. So, nope. Maybe I'll find one at a thrift store sometime or something. Dave Nichols also said, need to do work soon. One change of clothing left. Well, or you just can't be sitting around your apartment naked because, you know. Susan Moorfield said, I'm glad your candles are solved. I will sleep better now. Bye, Brad and Shady Cat. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to be working on that in the next couple of days. I'm going to start pouring just a few. S.E. Casil said, happy weekend, sis. Thank you so much. Sharon, Kid Chilcola, I know I'm butchering that name. I'm so sorry. So that laundry soap works good mixed with Dollar Tree Oxy. And it does, and that's what I do. And then I just have it in a big jug. We had bought one of the little big, like the sun detergent, you know, that had like the spigot and stuff, you know. And so I just mix that, and then, you know, I have that in the bathroom. It works out great. So Margaret Garner said, I just love to sit and crochet while I listen to you. You're such a pleasant woman. And Brad is so funny. Thank you so much. You should, if you haven't already, friend request me on Facebook. And I would love to see some pictures of your work. Rebecca Miller said, I think we are our biggest critics. We need to learn to love ourselves. It doesn't mean not to strive to be our healthiest self, but we need to love ourselves exactly the way we are. We are all works in progress. How do we expect others to see us for who we are if we can't see ourselves and love ourselves for who we are? You're such a wise woman. That is something I need to remember that you said that. That is very, very true, you know, and I'm working on that. You know, I'm trying to eat healthier. It's been out of sorts lately, but kind of going through some stuff with his mom and stuff, and um, you know, and then come to some terms of what exactly our life, you know, your life is always ever changing, and if you lose more mobility or something, you need to kind of restructure yourself, recenter yourself. Okay, you know, now this is what my life is, and it's still going to be a really good life, but I'll talk about that more later. And then Becca Miller says, the air freshener bit, Hadley, this girl has to go everywhere with me. Typical toddler. She proceeds to tell me, Mommy, it smells in here. Then let me use the bathroom in peace. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I remember those days, and then my granddaughter used to do that. Now the dog always does it, but the dog doesn't say anything about, yeah. And then Brad was laughing at me a few minutes ago. I was in the bathroom, you know, and I had to take a quick break, and I was singing to the dog because the mastiff was laying in the bathroom, and I goosed him, and he jumped, and then I singing him the song, and Brad's like, wow. Becca Miller says, I'm still only in season 5 of Games of Thrones, so I'm trying to quickly catch up before the new season starts. Girl, you better hurry up. It just keeps getting better and better. And this is on Dollar Tree, y'all. Haul, y'all. Glad Brad is doing good. Hope you get the Jeep fixed. Some good stuff you got today. Have fun. If we get a lizard, we'll just let it go for a while. My husband says they will eat mosquitoes and stuff, so we just try to ignore it unless it's a nuisance. That's what we do. I don't mind it now. I mean, they want to come in. The only sad thing is that my cat ends up finding it eventually and plays with it to death. And that's kind of sad, you know. But, yeah. And Dave Nick says, dang, that's a lot of soap. A jug lasts me 4 to 5 months. I change my sponge every month as well. A jug like that will last us about a month. But, I wash a lot of towels, bedding, all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of a weirdo about that kind of stuff. Brad's like, yes. You know, I might change my clothes a couple of times a day. I'm another weirdo about that. You guys all know this. I'm kind of a weirdo about that. If I feel like I'm funky in the littlest bit, which I just hate, I'll go change my clothes. I'm always using baby wipes, taking more showers, you know, changing clothes. I think that stems from my childhood and stuff, so now I always want to be clean, clean, clean. So anyway, thank you all for your comments. And look, I have a couple other things I want to yak at you guys about, and I just can't take the shininess under the nostrils. Look like boogers. There, we're better. I wanted to talk a little bit about not letting... We all have hopes and dreams for our future, and those are what we strive for, our goals, you know, things that we hope for, you know. Whether it's getting a better place to live, or getting transportation, or getting a more dependable, maybe even friend that's going to give you a ride or whatever. I mean, you know, like being able to order your groceries instead of having to stand there in a grocery store, because for some of us that's really hard to do. Don't let other people's fears, though, put you down for your hopes and joys. Like, I haven't shared this, but one of my hopes and dreams for the future is to be able to get a mobility scooter, because looking at it realistic, and at the age I'm getting and stuff, and I'm not going to stop working on becoming more active and stuff, but I can only walk so far, and then I'm out of breath. And that's gone on for a really long time, and I don't think that's ever going to go away. There's a certain amount of lung damage I've done to myself with the years of smoking. Let's just put that out there. I smoked for over 28 years, 3+ packs a day, heavy smoker. done damage to my heart and stuff. So I would like the ability to be able to go more places with Brad. And there's some places I know I just can't walk. And I would love to be able to get a mobility scooter, and he would love for me to have one, so that we could do that. We would even have that option that if Brad was having an extremely painful day, that we could take the wheelchair and the mobility scooter. You know, or we could, what?
And a tow rope.
I was going to say, and a tow rope, you know. But I mean, we could, or we could take the rollator and the mobility scooter, or whatever, you know. But I would love to be able to go, like, to, of course, art galleries up in Tallahassee and stuff. I'd like to be able to go to museums, you know, some of the aquariums and stuff. I mean, I'd like to be able to go to a lot more places. There's some beautiful walking paths here in Crawfordville in many, many parks. I would love to even be able to do that. You know, most of the time I would be with my husband. Once in a while I might not be, because see, if I get a second vehicle and stuff, depending on how it's set up, I could even meet a friend for, say they wanted to go for a walk in a park. And I'm like, well, I'm in a mobility scooter, but I'll be more than happy to go with you and get some sunshine and stuff, you know, or meet them for coffee, or maybe they want to go to the library and do whatever. I would like to have that, and I don't want, and yeah, there's always a chance that it could break down. You take that chance with the vehicle too. Take that chance with almost everything. There's always these chances. You know, but you can't let fear stop you from trying to achieve. You know, would it be matter at myself if I didn't try and I just sat here at home, or if I had a breakdown and I had to call my husband or whoever I need to call and say, hey, I need help, I'm broke down, the scooter stopped working, this is where I'm at. It's not like in the old age where, you didn't have cell phones. Now, that was a real bummer. I mean, your car breaks down or whatever, and you don't have, So, anyway, don't let anybody, and, people don't even mean it, but, they're worried for you and stuff, but don't let anybody or anything stop you from trying to achieve your goals, So, yeah, I mean, we're not ready yet, but in the future we're looking to get a inexpensive, heavy-duty mobility scooter, because I am a larger lady, and, but I want to enjoy life. I want to be able to go places and stuff. There's many times that I don't say I want to go places because, I know that I can't walk it, and the oxygen and stuff problem used to be much worse in Wyoming, but still, it's there. So, anyway, that's what we're doing. I'm coming to terms with that. That, hey, my life isn't over. I'm not just going to sit here. My grandmother always wanted a mobility scooter. She used to dream about it. Do you remember that? Oh, yeah, she used to dream about it. That she was going to get one and even just go around the block.
Okay.
Because she got so tired of just being stuck at home all the time. She got put on oxygen. She had congestive heart failure. She was a heavy smoker for many, many years with unfiltered cigarettes. And, she used to dream about that. She never did get one, but she used to dream about she was going to get one and get a ramp built, and she was going to be able to even go, around the block. Or she was going to be able to, have a vehicle and be able to go to the grocery store and stuff again.
Remember how Grandma cussed me out when we got her the sweater?
Yeah, we already told that story many times. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that little pep talk. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. I know this is almost an hour long. It's like 49 minutes.
Right.
So I appreciate you guys, and I know that many of you have to take many breaks, and I understand that. So I will talk to you guys. I don't know if I'll do a video tomorrow or not, but I'll talk to you guys in a couple days, and I know I'll be feeling even better then. Remember that I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship, and I think you're awesome. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.